Last time on Herb Vendor.
So there I was, relaxing in Stormwind and unwinding after running Mythics for the first time the night before. I hadn't really done any endgame content since Wrath of the Lich King, so it was nice to dip my toe back into that proverbial pool. It also felt great to finally get some new gear. I think I'd literally still been using greens that I got back when I leveled my character up to 70. I was culminating drip. I mean, you can't really tell because of my transmog, but whatever. I was strolling along minding my own business when I was approached by a random lady.
Greetings.
Hello, I'm a bit lost.
Oh, do you want some help?
Sure. I'm looking for a bar.
Oh, hell yeah. A specific bar or just one in general?
Any of the sort. Want to try out a drink I heard about from a friend.
I can definitely help out with that. There's one not far from here. Follow me.
How darlin'. Thank you.
Stoked to have met a new friend who was down to get shit-faced on cheap beer excited me just as much as it does in real life. Bear here said that she didn't mind which bar we would be going to, and that gave me complete creative freedom. You see, Stormwind is home to several bars, all of which have their own special qualities that make me like to get virtually fucked up in pretty much all of them. I'd say the main bar people flock to is the Slaughtered Lamb. I like this one because the name is metal as shit, and it's also usually full of people down to clown with some non-serious funny RP. I knew that that specific bar wouldn't work though. It's usually so crowded that it's kinda hard to have conversations in. Feels like when you go to one of those bars in real life where the music is super fucking loud, and you all kinda have to scream at whoever you're talking to hear each other. Not all bars in Stormwind are as wild as the Lamb though. You've got the Blue Recluse, which is weirdly not that far from the Slaughtered Lamb. Actually, there are bars in pretty much each district of the city, minus the Cathedral District. Christians like to hide their alcoholism from their Lord. Well, joke's on you, Jesus. Get wrecked, noob.
Awfully large staff you got.
Thanks, I grew it myself.
You big on plants or something?
Big on plants is an understatement, friend. Alright, actually, whoops, wrong way.
You ain't also lost, are you?
Only a little.
I figured we'd just head to the bar in the Dwarven District. After all, dwarves do know their beer.
Well, here we are, friend. What kind of drink were you wanting to get?
It's so big.
Okay, the staff stuff is getting weird. Spicy drink. Pungent seal whey? It's a foot one. That's a little spicy, I guess.
A what one?
Foot something.
Foot. What?
Foot beer. Feet. That's not like a Freudian slip. It's called foot beer.
I can have a thing with staffs, but you're full of leaves and have a foot thing?
No. I don't. It's just the only one that seems spicy.
What's next? Toe wine?
No, not toe wine. It's seal milk.
Why are they selling milk at a tavern?
It's fermented to the point of being alcoholic. I must be going now, friend.
Got some herbs and feet to sell?
Enjoy those, friend. I hope our paths cross again.
Nice to feet you. I mean meat.
It had been an interesting interaction to say the least, and honestly it was cool to make a new friend. Their talk of feet made me a bit uneasy, but I mean, I play on Moonguard, and this was honestly pretty tame compared to some of the shit I've seen. This was all beside the point, however. There was a seasonal event still going on, and it was in the form of an outdated vanilla dungeon. That's kind of like my bread and butter right there. The old school classic instances are where some of my most treasured WoW memories harbor themselves, specifically Shadowfang Keep. Unfortunately, the dungeon is a bit different now on retail than it was in its heyday, but it's still capable of stirring up feelings of intensely powerful nostalgia within my rapidly aging dad brain. It had been a few years since I've stepped foot within said keep, and just like that last time, things were themed around a holiday. Valentine's Day to be exact. Good on Blizzard for organizing a V-Day themed experience around a dungeon full of wolves and dead shit. It's so goth of them. Truth be told, I've ran Shadowfang Keep pretty much every year I've played the game since they added said features. I wish I could say it's because the lore goes hard, but technically there really isn't a lot of lore based around said event. Basically, your goal as a champion of Azeroth is to thwart the evil doings of the Crown Chemical Company. Honestly, the only information I could find out about them is that they're an organization based out of Shadowfang Keep, and that they're led by an individual named Apothecary Hummel. Our duty as players is to help the Steamweedle Cartel, you know, that goblin gang, in their efforts to investigate exactly what Crown Chemical is up to. I shit you not when I tell you that I researched hard, trying to find some insight as to what exactly is going on here. But in the end, all I could really dig up is that Apothecary Hummel here, along with his 2 lackeys, are trying to cook up and unleash a new plague across Azeroth. According to Wowpedia, the whole event is based loosely around the Hallmark Greeting Card Company, which I didn't even know existed anymore. I remember my mom taking me to the local mall to buy cards in their stores, but besides that, yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is like hella easy now. I've read online that back in the day it was a bit more, I don't know, hands-on and more complicated, but I feel like I'd farmed this shit back in Wrath and it was still simple back then.
That was brutal. Lovely rose. What is this? I don't even know where to find that. Also lovely rose into the air. Love token. Yeah.
My luck had betrayed me once more. No love rocket. Which was fine. I figured I'd head back to Stormwind and just do some RP for a while. I'd been meaning to catch up with my friend Scrappo. You guys remember from a few videos back, the Mechagnome in search of his quote-unquote mecha hottie? For whatever reason, I felt like it was my duty to help seek out this companion for him. We'd honestly had, no luck at all. But that was fine. We'd gone on a couple adventures with the man-weed elf himself. And I'm pretty sure old Scrappo here had walked the line of pure evil at some point in the RP sessions. I love that for him. Upon my return to Stormwind, I noticed my friend Dr. Steve Gruel sitting atop a building, looking all badass and menacing. We shared conversation for a brief moment until I noticed someone yelling in my general vicinity. Holy shit, it was Big Buford, the same fucker who crushed Scrappo's balls in one of the previous videos. I was ready to seek revenge for my friend's nuts. They haven't healed right. I mean, I haven't seen them, but I can imagine it kind of looks like a can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup down there now.
Wait. Big Buford. We must find him. He's the man who crushed Scrappo's balls.
This was my time, my calling. Finding the rogue ball crusher wasn't easy, so I went ahead and utilized the only way I know how to locate people in-game. I fly around and slash who their name. Like, a lot.
Oh, there he is. Where you at? Where you at, buddy?
For whatever reason, he was RP walking in front of the church. I don't know, maybe the Catholic RPers were seeking some CBT type shit. Regardless, I had found my foe.
You.
I wasn't surprised to see he was still going strong with the whole ball smashing bit. He mounted his, I don't know what this thing is, corpse wagon or something, and began launching what I can only imagine were the crushed scrotes of his fallen enemies. When I finally had the opportunity to corner him, he slipped right through my hideously transmog gloved fingers. I fucking hate these gloves.
Halt.
No matter what I did, he refused to communicate with me. I can't say I understand his grind set, but the man had balls on the brain, and he was going to do whatever it took to crush everyone's.
Don't let him hit you.
This is for your own good. Watch out!
Eventually, he went on his merry way, and I figured I'd just grab a drink in the mage quarter. I know I say this every video, but I'm sure that sounds like an odd thing to do for all of you who haven't played on an RP server before. Here on Moonguard, a lot of people are alcoholics, hopefully only in-game. I shit you not when I tell you I can walk into the Slaughtered Lamb on a Tuesday afternoon to find at least a single handful of people getting faded, or fucking each other. It's a lot like bars in inner-city Los Angeles. Keeping in theme with Los Angeles, the path to the bar is paved with corpses. I really gotta move out of California. When I got a bit closer to my destination, I ran into my friend Wishbear and Ass Penis. You guys remember Ass Penis, or Weed Demon? Well, now they were a weed turtle.
Holy shit. He's turtled.
Why did you fucking bite me?
I don't like women. Sorry. Sorry, I'm really crack high. Well, I'm actually a human man, but my crack powers give me this.
Why turtle then?
Because I can be.
Where is your face?
After the brief conversation, they began doing whatever busting it down demon style was, as us onlookers watched in awe. Amidst the jovial display of dance moves, I got a whisper from Weed Elf. I don't really remember where we left off with him last, but I'm pretty sure it was mid-RP session. So hastily, we made our way to meet up with the homie.
Greetings, my lord. I'm pretty sure he died, though. We were trying to resurrect him.
自律神経のうち交感神経が優位に立っているとなかなか眠気が訪れません。ぬるめのお湯に胸の下までゆっくり浸かる半身浴は心身ともにリラックスさせ睡眠へと誘います。
Indeed. It was given to Scrappo, and he, gave it to me. It tells of an ancient ritual.
During the planning of our adventure, I noticed an extreme rarity behind us.
What the fuck?
Not one, but two body type 2 Mechagnomes. The body type with boobs. Scrappo had been seeking such entities since the first moment that I met him. I had to do something.
Greetings.
I have a joke for you. Hey,
I like jokes.
why do night elves wear face paint and perfumes?
Because we're insecure.
Because they are ugly and they smell bad.
I smell like weed and hot pennies.
Hot pennies. Ew.
You are a beautiful race, just not as beautiful as I am.
I have a friend who would agree with that.
Let me show you how beautiful we Mechagnomes are. I will take apart my friend here. And show you the insides. The insides are beautiful as well. Observe.
Holy shit. Weed Elf, what do you say of this?
新宿副都心から少し離れた場所にあるカフェ。
Behold. I am alive. Behold.
You're glowing.
Are you even beholding? They beheld. Their beholding was weak.
Why is your crotch glowing? Oh, it's your belt. My friends, would you care to join us on a journey?
Yay, where?
I'm not too sure. I've received an ancient scroll.
Ishnuala, herbal disciple. There is an ancient fable foretelling of a magical terpene known only to the divine and dank. It requires dank ingredients and a clear mind, a keen sense of wonder, and that wizardry fire. Smoking beforehand might increase your chances of success. You must acquire a dried palm leaf, an ounce of frostweed, 1 gram of mountainberry kush, 1 Ungaro emerald crystal.
サロン密林の半身浴でリラックス。リラックス効果は倍増です。新宿副都心から少し離れた場所にあるカフェピンクス。店内は2フロアに分かれていて、1階はテーブル席とカウンター、2階に上がるとどちらもモダンジャズが流れ。
Eye of Ashara. Let us make haste to the Mage Tower.
I was the first to arrive in Azsuna. I know it's probably not pronounced that, but in my house it is. Shortly after I phased in, as did my friend Santa's elf. They were displaying various feats of physical speed.
Such speed. Do you know any cool tricks?
I can catch on fire.
Let me peep. Okay, yeah, it's fucking cool.
Just then, Weed Elf finally arrived.
倍増です。赤いソファーが印象的な落ち着いた雰囲気の空間が広がる。いるとなかなか眠気が訪れません。
We flew and flew and flew until finally we reached the uninstance version of Eye of Azsuna. I didn't even know this place existed, mostly because I didn't play during Legion, but also because, yeah, I didn't play in Legion. Eventually, the sky did a cool color morph transitional type thing, and I knew we had reached our destination. At this point, all I knew was that we were in search of a dried palm leaf. I didn't really know what that was, so I figured I'd make myself useful and just spastically run around moonfiring whatever shit lied in my path. After the slaughter, I caught up to Weed Elf.
サロン密林の半身浴でリラン。
Oh.
心身ともにリラックスさせ、睡眠へと誘います。
No. Shit.
ローズマリー、ラベンダー、アンジェリカなどの植物から抽出した
She speaks in domestic violence.
倍増です。新宿副都心から少し離れた場所にあるカフェピンクス。店内は2フロアに分かれていて、1階はテーブル席と
In the cavern. We've been stockpiling them. Don't kill us.
ぬるめのお湯に胸の下までサロン密林の半身浴でリラックス。
Oh shit.
And so our journey truly began, as we trekked toward whatever the cavern in question was. At this point, I was kind of just following Weed Elf, because honestly I had no idea what the fuck was going on. As we entered the caravan, Weed Elf began rummaging through some piles of, I don't know what this shit is, seaweed or something.
Oh shit, it's the palm leaves. Dried palm leaf. Primordial palm leaf, dried naturally in this unique climate. It appears to be emanating a dank smell.
体の動きをコントロールする自律神経のうち
It is.
でリラックス。体の動きをコントロールする自律神経のうち交感神経が優位に立っているとなかなか眠気が訪れません。
The wizard.
ぬるめのお湯に胸の下までゆっくり浸かる半身浴は心身ともにリラックスさせ睡眠へと誘います。ローズマリー、ラベンダー、アンジェリカなどの植物から抽出
Scroll mentions him.
植物から抽出したエッセンシャルオイルを数滴入れるとリラックス効果は倍増です。
Let me consult the scroll. An ounce of frostweed. An ounce of frostweed. That I've got covered. Next is 1 gram of mountainberry kush.
カフェピンクス
High Mountain. It's our next destination.
1階はテーブル席とカウンター。2階に上がると赤いソファーが印象的な
Next time on Herb Vendor.